in the irons for the work. Yes, he does moonlight as a gallop boy every once in a while, but the Hall of Famer going to take this one around the track.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things going on here. We talked about the decision to go in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, cross-entered in the Filly Mare Sprint. The Filly Mare Sprint is at the 7/8 distance. This race at 6 furlongs against the boys. Richard Mandela elected to go here, apparently, which, you know, on face value, surprising. She's undefeated at 7/8, Joe. And secondly, Kazushi Kimura has been the regular rider here. Just wondering if there's going to be a rider change with Mike Smith working ahead.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet. And Mike, who is going to ride tomorrow in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint, and then Kopion there. Another thing about Kopion, too, which is interesting, she's never raced that 3/4 of a mile. So that's going to be her first time actually cutting back in distance, going 6 furlongs in the Breeders' Cup Sprint.
I do like her cutting back, Mike. I mean, they tried to stretch her out in the Clement Hirsch, right? She stretched out a couple of times, and they're the two, I would say, lackluster performances in her. One was she was being 16 length in the Santa Anita Oaks. The last race wasn't bad. She's behind Seismic Beauty, you know, who's a very good filly. So I think she's so much better at one turn, and the past performances would suggest that.
I will say this. If you look at her best races, like the Derby City Distaff, and I know that was on an off track, you look at her Santa Monica at 7 furlongs, the numbers that she runs, be it in Beyer speed figures or Thorograph or whatever you want to use, they actually fit pretty well in the sprint. There's only a handful of horses in this field that have gone as fast, if not faster than her, as we take a look at this spin.
Yeah, this worked, Joe. I don't know whether, you know, they were talking about getting some more speed in it. This looked like Mike was just going 3/8, and he dropped down in the saddle and got a real sharp work in it, right?
Yeah, I bet you this is a 35, something like that, and change. Because her last work was 112. I'm sure that was her big work. So you could tell when Mike left the pole there at about the 3.5, he was getting down like he was 18 again, kind of shoved the reins at her, and this is probably exactly what they wanted to do.
He might be in better shape than when he was 18.
I think so.
He looked like a lizard on a log.
Yes, he did.
Looked like a lizard on a log.
But actually, this is I think a perfect work what they wanted, because she's coming out of a 1 1/16 race to 3/4. If